Hey guys, welcome to Fit for the Long Run. I'm Joel flying solo today, and today we're going to be this will be the next episode in my Nerdy Runner series. We're not talking about running today per se, but I'm doing a callback to a couple of videos I did last year. One was during Christmas time. I think we released it in November, but it was my top 10 Christmas song playlist. And then one I did earlier, which was top 10 songs I never skip when I'm on a run. And I got back to looking at the playlist that I have, a lot of the playlists I have, and there were a lot of songs that I could have listed on that original video, and I didn't. And there's still a lot I could probably do a third one of these, which I probably will, maybe a few months down the road. But this will be the second installment, the second top 10 list of songs that I never skip when I'm on a run. They come on my playlist. Just to kind of give some ground rules to the list, they have to have been at least on one of my playlists, regular playlists, for at least 6 months before I can add it to this list. I don't want some Johnny Come Lately song that I used to listen to in the 80s and realized down the road I really didn't like it. So it has to be at least on my list for at least 6 months of regular rotation before I will add it to any of these lists. So all of these have been on my list for a while now. One of them is relatively new because I just heard it like last October, so it's relatively new, but it has been in rotation at least since last October. So that's at least 6 months. So, all right, what I'm going to tell a little story about. I usually pick out one and tell either the history behind the song or just some of my personal history with that song. And I'm going to pick one of those out in this top 10 as well. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the songs I put on here. And I tell people all the time, I have a very eclectic musical taste, and it goes from anything from Southern gospel to contemporary Christian music to hair metal to country to pop, a lot of different things. So you're going to see a lot of that mix here on this top 10 as well. So starting off at number 10, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of ridicule for this in the comments, but that's okay. I don't care. Bring it on. You can tell me if you like this song or not. It's okay, but I know you're probably going to laugh out loud. You're probably going to loll when I say the name of it. But coming in at number 10 is Nobody's Perfect by Hannah Montana. That is correct. Number 10 is Nobody's Perfect by Hannah Montana. Now, you can tell I'm a big Hannah Montana geek. I'm sure you can tell that. Actually, I've never seen any of those shows. However, they play the song at work a lot. I have a lot of millennials and Gen Zs that I work with, and there's a lot of songs. You're going to find there's a couple songs on here that are from that era, but this is one of them. They play it at work a lot, and it's got a really good beat to it. It's really kind of a positive song, and that beat kind of gets you going. So that is number 10. You can drop me all the ridicule in the comments. I'd love to hear that. That is number 10. What?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, right? That's Christy over there telling me it's embarrassing. First comment will probably be from her. Number 9 is White Wedding by Billy Idol. Again, has a good beat to it. I like up-tempo songs a lot. I do listen to some that are not as up-tempo during my run, but I do like a lot of up-tempo songs, especially later in the run, especially if I'm doing a long run. But White Wedding by Billy Idol comes in at number 9. Number 8 is Let It Whip by the Dazz Band. Also another 80s song that has a really good beat to it. And I've liked that song for a long time, and it's really good to hear on my run. To kind of get you going either in the beginning, the middle, or the end. So it's always a good song to have on there. And we'll have all of these linked in the description below. I'm gonna have Christy put some pictures up as we go through these, so you can see like record covers or whatever, whatever we have as far as that goes. So, but we'll have these linked as we did last time in the description below. Number 7 is a song that I just heard last October when we went to our son and daughter-in-law's church in Tennessee for their fall festival, and they were playing this song, and I'm like, man, I like that song. It's got again, a really good beat to it, but it sounds more like it's not really hair metal, but it is really a rock song. But it's Grave Robber by Crowder. If you haven't heard that one, give it a listen. We'll have like I said, we'll have the link down in the description. Grave Robber by Crowder. That's probably the newest song on my list today. So I know it's by far the newest song on my list today. But I just heard it last October. Really liked it, and immediately added it into the playlist. So it's been on there for almost about 9 months now. So that it just barely came under the wire as far as being on this list. Number 6 is the one I really want to tell you a story about, because as you can probably tell, I am a One Direction fan as much as I am a Hannah Montana fan. And so number 6 coming in is Drag Me Down by One Direction. I had never knowingly listened to a One Direction song until I started working here, till we moved to Orlando. I call them the kids in the kitchen. They're, 18, 19, 20, middle 20-year-olds. They like all this music. And so there was one girl, she would play this song every day she would play it. And it kind of grew on me after a while, and I blame her every time somebody brings it up and I'm singing it in the kitchen when they play it. It's all her fault that that song is now on my running playlist, because she played it every day. But it does have a good beat to it, if you're listening to it, it'll during your run, it'll kind of perk you up a little bit. But that's number 6, Drag Me Down by One Direction. Number 5 is Easy Lover by Philip Bailey and Phil Collins. Another 80s smash that I really like. Again, good beat to it, I really like listening to that one when it comes up on a run. Number 4 was also on my Christmas list, but since that wasn't really songs that I rarely skip. It's just my favorite Christmas songs on my playlist. I'm going to add it to this one in my top 10 songs I never skip when I'm out on a run and it comes up. Actually, the top 10 list of Christmas songs that I put on there are probably, I could probably could have done that as a list of songs I never skip, because they're songs I never skip when they come up on my playlist. But number 4 is Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham. Not necessarily a Christmas song, like I said in that video, but it was featured in the Vacation series, starring Chevy Chase, and Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham. Really like that one. Has a really good beat to it, and it's something that I never skip when it comes on. Number 3 is Love Is All Right Tonight by Rick Springfield. Another great song from the 80s, from the album Working Class Dog, and just a good song. It's just very, very upbeat. Again, most of these are upbeat on this list today, except the next one it's kind of upbeat towards the end, but on the chorus. But the next one at number 2 is not going to be as upbeat on the verses. So number 3 is Love Is All Right by Rick Springfield. Number 2 is a song called The World of You and I by Stryper. I had a Stryper song on my last top 10 that I did last year, top 10 songs I never skip. I think it was Calling on You by Stryper. But this one is The World of You and I. It wasn't released. It was off of the In God We Trust album from, I think, 1989. Stryper, as you know, is a Christian metal band, and from the 80s. They're still touring, still making records. But this was one of the deep cuts off of that album. I think the more popular songs were Always There For You and the title song, In God We Trust. But this is a deeper cut. If you had the album, it was on side 2. I think it was the 7th song on the album, but it was on side 2, so it was a deep cut that wasn't necessarily released. And I don't know if a lot of people really know about it, but it one that really stuck with me. I like the harmonies on it, it's a song that I never skip when it comes on my running playlist. And then the number 1 song that I never skip on my running playlist, volume 2, is Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb from 1978, I believe. It's a great song. I think it was the number 1 song for that year, Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb. And I never skip it when it comes on because it's really a great song. Again, great beat, very upbeat, and just a song that I could just listen to over and over again when they come up when I'm out running. So there's the top 10. Let me know what you think. Like I said, with number 10, bring on the ridicule. I'm ready for it. I can take it. But I'd love to hear your comments below. What are some songs that you never skip on your running playlist? I'd love to hear those. Maybe it's something I'll add to mine coming up. And maybe in a few months, we'll do volume 3. Because like I said, as I was looking back at my all-time list on Apple Music, I saw a lot of, there are 100 songs on there. And I could probably do a couple more top 10 lists like this of songs that I never skip when I'm out on a run. And I probably will. So we'll update this list, volume 3 coming up maybe in a couple months. Maybe I'll do another Christmas list before Christmas comes up. Or maybe I'll do a Thanksgiving list. I don't know. But just trying to give you some ideas of songs for your running playlist. I know it's always a good idea to have some good songs out there, good tunes out there if you run with tunes. I do probably 90 to 95% of the time. There's sometimes I go out without music, but it's very rare and it's hardly ever on a long run. So drop me those comments below. I'd love to hear them. But that's going to do it today for Fit for the Long Run. I'm Joel, the Nerdy Runner series. And don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace.